Hello survivors and welcome to another video. In today's video we are playing the Arcane Weaver and we've got a very interesting build for you. So this build isn't actually my original idea, it was something that we discussed with two other members on the Discord server. The one does have a YouTube channel, so I will link them down below. You can go take a look at their channel. It is Tongue Math. On the Discord, their name is Miaza. I hope I pronounced that right. You can let me know down in the comments if I did or didn't. But anyway, the skills we are going to be using today are Thunderstrike, Glacier, Deathclaw, Fire Pillar, Bloodlust, and Arcane Power. Our runes are Unconventional Start, Multicast Mastery, Adrenaline, Center of Attention, and Divine Legacy. Now the reason we take those 6 skills and not something like Chaos Bomb or something like Smart is because we actually want them to be magical, not physical. Smart and Chaos Bomb have the physical tag, where all of the other ones except for Bloodlust are magical, and therefore when we do pick up the area of effect legendary passives or traits or whatever you want to call them, then we need to make sure that they all suit every single one of our skills. And because the only physical will be Bloodlust and we don't need the area of effect on it, it doesn't matter. So that's why we do not take Chaos Bomb and why we don't take Smart. However, you can take Flame Weave and you can take Meteor if you need to fill up those slots until you are able to get the other skills. And if you still need like extra buffs or things like that, you can take the Arcane Shield as well as a filler if you wanted to. But hopefully we will be able to get everything without needing any of that. And so far we do have 2 of the skills. We've got our Fire Pillar, which provides us with melting, and we've got our Glacier, which provides us with a slow. The really cool thing about this is that we've also got Deathclaw, which provides us with all the negative effects. So we are able to deal or get like those hypothermias and things like that as well. So here's Deathclaw. This is fantastic. We're going to go for area of effect, multicast, and cast frequency. We are going to lock here. Actually, I do want to lock the Bloodlust rather. So we've got Thunderstrike over here now as well for the dazed, which means that we deal more crit. Then we've got Bloodlust for the cast frequency and movement speed, and then we go Arcane Power for more multicast. So that's the whole point of everything. The whole point of this is actually the Center of Attention. It allows us that the random targeted area of effect, so Thunderstrike, Deathclaw, Fire Pillar, and Glacier, instead of randomly hitting somewhere on the map, they will be hitting where we are standing. So that is the whole premise of the build, and we also use these specific skills and character because he has all the tags for all of them, and because we didn't want to do like a 6 Glacier or something like that, we did want it to be all of the right skills for us. So now we just got to try and hope to find our Arcane Power. There we go, beautiful. The setup is up and running, and now we can skip active skills and start looking for more area of effect. And because we do have Deathclaw, it is easier for us to find the synergy skills as well. Now, the reason we actually stand in the corner all the time, maybe a lot of you don't know and you've been wondering, why do you always go run to the corner, Broken? And well, the reason is because the faster, when you're in the corner, the enemies can spawn closer to you, so you can kill them faster. And the reason you want to kill them faster is because enemies like the bosses as well as elites and even just the general enemies, their life is based on how far you are into the run. Now what I mean by far, I actually mean by time wise this time, not by like where you are fighting which boss. The bosses gain life every time you kill them, but also they gain life based on the time on the left or the right hand side. So the more time you have left during the run, the more time you've used, sorry. So let's say I was on 10 minutes now. the bosses would actually have a lot more HP than if I was on 3 minutes. So you do, if you are trying to beat it with, you know, this weird and wonderful builds, you do want to make sure that you kill the bosses as quickly as possible so that you are able to have them have as little amount of life as possible going forward. So that's the reason why we always cornering ourselves, and it's also the reason, you know, well, it's not also the reason, that's the only reason why we actually corner ourselves. So we're gonna grab the multicast here. Unfortunately, we've got one more lock only, so we can only get 2 more legendaries when we reach level 53 or whatever the case may be. But, you know, we're still in a very good spot. I did have to lock the skills there because sometimes you're really not going to find them. Sometimes you're going to get a run where it's difficult to find things that you are looking for. However, I do really want those legendary area of effects for magical. It really does make a huge difference in terms of, you know, just playability. Getting the area of effect is a huge thing with this build, so getting these area of effects for magical is wonderful. I mean, you look at the big difference it just made from getting that little bit of area of effect. We landed up getting an uncommon expansion and then the legendary one, and you can see how big of a difference it has already made. So definitely something you do want to try and get is the AoE, and then multicast is obviously going to make, you know, your character deal a lot more damage because of Deathclaw as well as Thunderstrike. Alright, so there's all the second bosses dead and dusted. We do again just want to try and stay in this corner. It's going to be a little bit difficult. We don't mind getting hit because of adrenaline. We've been saying this like every single day since we've been using it, but just in case you don't watch some of the videos or you miss them, when we do use these types of skills, the lower our life, the more cast frequency we are going to get from adrenaline, so we don't mind getting hurt. Okay, area of effect, multicast, cast frequency, some damage, area of effect here. This is all going super well. We're not really too worried about the negative effects and things like that. We just worried about area of effect and flat damage. That's all we need. That's all we bothered about, and everything else is going to just come naturally anyway. So all good. We don't have to worry about some of those. I mean, we did get the Doom to Dazed because it just makes sense. That one's quite powerful. The ones like Debilitating Plague don't really matter too much. And here we go. I think we're going to go for the multicast on Fire Pillar here because Glacier is just a stun and a slow. We don't have Hypothermia yet, so the slow doesn't really matter too much. But Fire Pillar provides us with Melting, which reduces their armor, which means that we will be dealing more damage to them because of that. So grabbing ourselves more Melting is actually more beneficial to us than the slow is right now. I mean, as you can see, we've already killed one of the bosses. There's the next one dead. We do get a lot of multicast from our passive, which, you know, we can just go over quickly now when we've lost it. There we go, just so we can kill the bosses first. Now we can look at it. We get damage, we get 112% multicast, we get more area of effect as well, and then movement speed as well. So really, really cool. Unfortunately, we aren't able to play with our, you know, VFX on. Maybe right at the end before we kill the final boss, we can turn it on or something, but it will probably, one, just like hurt our eyeballs, and two, we could die because of it. So that's why we do have it lowered. It's not completely off, that's why you do see the flashing. But, I mean, we could just turn it off. It's not going to make that much more of a difference to us in terms of gameplay. It is unfortunate that, you know, you do have to play with the graphics turned down because some of them are really, really nice. Like, someone actually sent a picture on the Discord of them playing a fire build, and some of the skills, it just looked so good. And it looks good because of having all of that fire on the screen, and it was just so unfortunate that you know, there was nothing. If you're going to play normally like that, you're definitely going to die, and there's just nothing you can do about it. You can't change it. You can't, you know, you either see the skills and you die, or you don't see them and you beat the stage. So it is super unfortunate that those are the circumstances, but hopefully down the line something happens where it lands up getting changed. Okay, we did take the damage there for empowered just because it does actually increase their base stats and it does make it so they're stronger. But as you can see, we're on a 7 minute 10 seconds. We are going to just pop our passive over here. We don't really need it for the bosses, but it should still be up for them. We do have to just stand over these for a little bit, just grab them so we've got the passives. You can see that we just kill the bosses in no time, so we're not really too worried. There we go, they should all be dead now. Fantastic, 7 minute 30 seconds and we are done. So really fun video, well not video, very fun build. Very strong as one. It just shows you that there are ways to make everything work skill wise, although for me the chaos skills are very strong, so the negative effect skills are very strong in the game. But looking at damage, Thunderstrike and Glacier are at the top there. You would never have guessed that unless you were me and you've done this a few times. But that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please remember to like, comment and subscribe for more videos like this in the future. And always remember, keep safe survivors. Until next time, cheers.